Pokemon games have many ways to tease new things. Sometimes it's a character like good old Ingo in Legends Arceus, likely teasing some distortions in Unova. Then there's the strange souvenir, for example, teasing Alola. But some other times, well, you have to really test things to find out the truth behind everything. So hey, I'm not so ace trainer, and what about Dipplin's evolution? Let's get into it. To start this off, let's look at the undisputable evidence. Dipplin, Applin's new evolution that we met in Kitakami, can use Eviolite's effect. An Eviolite states an item to be held by a Pokemon. This mysterious evolutionary lump boosts the defense and special defense stats when held by a Pokemon that can still evolve. So it is undeniable, Dipplin will evolve in the Indigo Disc. With how KIERAN'S story seems to be shaping up and with his desire for power ramping up to insane levels by the end of the Teal Mask, it will likely be his ace Pokemon when we face him once again, this time in the Blueberry Academy as the champion of the BB League. But what will Dipplin's evolution look like? Well, for that we gotta take a look at some extra information we have in the Pokédex. In Pokémon Scarlet, Dipplin's Pokédex entry states Dipplin is 2 creatures in one Pokemon. Its evolution was triggered by a special apple grown only in one place. And in Pokemon Violet it states the head sticking out belongs to 4 worm while the tail belongs to the core worm. The two share one apple and help each other out. Interesting, there's 2 creatures plus 1 apple and that makes Dipplin. Also pretty curious that there seems to be a separation between creatures and Pokemon, which can create a lot of possibilities for the future of the franchise. From this though, it's easy to speculate that Dipplin will have more than 1 head, at least 2 of them. A multi-headed dragon is a common thing in media and mythology. You had the 9-headed Hydra and the 100-headed Ladon in Greek mythology, just like you had Ultimate Blue Eyes White Dragon and the 5-headed dragon in Yu-Gi-Oh! Even Pokemon has done this before with Hydreigon, another Pokemon that goes from 1 head to 3 heads as it reaches that stage of evolution. So what will Dipplin's evolution end up being? Well, considering the setting of the region it showed up in, Kitakami, we need to look at Japanese mythology. And it's there that we find the Yamata no Orochi. This is a dragon serpent with 8 heads and 8 tails, and it fits Dipplin and Kitakami perfectly, even if you're only gonna meet it in Unova technically. Still, even Terrapaga's story and the terrarium seem to be loosely based on the Urashimataro folktales, so Japanese mythology all the way. And that's why I believe we're gonna be fighting an 8-headed grass dragon in the Blueberry Academy, a Pokemon that might even come to be by the powers of the Peach Pokemon that seems to be using its power on Kieran as well by the end of the Teal Mask. And maybe that is the reason why we can't evolve it yet. It needs a bit of an unnatural boost to get to it. As for the name though, it will either end in Plin or Apple, and I don't think they'll use either again since they did that with Hydreigon, so I'm going with Oroplin or Orapple, so I very much prefer the first one. As for how it might look, well, not like this abomination I made, but you know, kinda like it, you get the idea. The interesting part is that, in mythology, after Susanoo defeats Yamata no Orochi, he finds a sword. That sword is the, and I apologize to every Japanese person in advance, Ame no Murakumo no Tsurugi, or the Heavenly Sword of Gathering Clouds. This is one of the 3 sacred treasures, which are the imperial regalia of Japan. So, I believe that after we defeat Oroplin, yeah, I'm keeping the name, in what likely will be a boss-style battle like Blood Moon or Saluna for example, we will find something important, like an item, or maybe even a Pokemon, that will play a key role in us finding the hidden treasure of Area Zero. And that is all I have for you today, a bit of a fun one to scratch that Dipplin evolution video off the list, but what about you? How do you think it will evolve? Let me know in the comments down below. And now, like the video if you like it, dislike if you don't, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more Pokemon content and also ring the bell so you know when the next video is out. You can follow me on social media and Twitch, I stream there Wednesday to Sunday, not Saturday, or join our Discord, all the links are in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one.